This is the first estate. This lesson centers on devil cometh down with great red Asian dragon, crying racism, 'cause he hath but a short time. On your screen is an image of lost books of the Bible, great rejected texts, and this book will be my aid as well in helping bring forward this lesson. So let's jump right into it. So here we go. Now, in the top left-hand corner of the screen, right here, is where you can follow me with the biblical verses. Now, this is the first book, Adam and Eve, and we're going to go to chapter 16, 18 actually, that is. So that would be right over here, 18, and we're going to jump down. See the Roman numerals, chapter 18. So we're going to jump down to 18 verse 9. That's where we're going to go with this one. So in verse 9 states, "And a wind blew down from heaven by the command of God and carried away the serpent from Adam and Eve and threw it on the seashore where it landed in India." Okay? So it landed in India. The serpent, the devil, landed in India. So here we have India. And what we're going to concentrate on here is Naga land. That's in India. Naga land. Okay? So here's the Strong's Concordance. This book contains the definition of every word in the King James Bible, Old and New Testament. Okay? And this will be my guide as well, my aid in helping bring forward this lesson. So we move on. Naga, India. So here we have the word Naga right in the Bible. Okay? So down here we have plague, we have touch, and all kinds of words. So, but our focal point is Naga. Remember, God threw the serpent, the devil, into India, Nagaland. All right. So, in the book of Job, that's where we're going to start first. Job chapter 19, verse 21. "Have pity upon me, O ye my friends, for the hand of God hath touched me." Okay, so here you have the word touch. This is Job speaking. Okay, so God, the Naga, because a serpent can be good serpent, bad serpent. God allowed the bad serpent to take over Job. That's Satan. Okay, so this is what Satan's talking about. God removed the hedge of protection and allowed the devil to come in. So we're going to go to another verse in the book of Job, and we're going to go to chapter 2, verses 4 through 7. "And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown." Okay, so I just got through explaining, the situation. God removed the hedge of protection. Satan moved in. Anyway, Naga. Okay, so Satan was allowed to put a plague on Job. Now, here we go. The dragon. So in Chinese dragon. Okay, so as you can see, the dragon represents a popular Chinese design motif. Dragons are mythical reptile type monsters. Dragons often feature the head of a monster, the body of a snake, the claws of an eagle, and the scales of a fish. Okay? Follow along to see how the dragon appears in many different forms. Yes, please follow. Okay? So here we go. We have the word dragon in the Bible. So, in the book of Revelations, we're going to go there. Chapter 12. 12 verses 3, 4. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads, 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. Okay, so in the book of Daniel, let's try that. Book of Daniel. Okay, wait a minute. Do we have, excuse me, Deuteronomy. Sorry, Deuteronomy chapter 1, verses 1. And then we're going to jump down to 10. So Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan, in the wilderness, in the plain over against the Red Sea, between Paran and Tophel and Laban and Hazeroth and Didahab. Okay, now let's jump down to verse 10. That was verse 1. We're going to go to verse 10. The Lord your God hath multiplied you, and behold, ye are this day as the stars of heaven for multitude. Okay, now we're going to go to the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 10. And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them. And we see this happening to the blacks in America. Okay? They're being stomped by police, killed, and not just police, other nationalities, race groups as well. Okay? So, we're going to move on. So, that brings us here. And the word is devil. Okay? So, in the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 12, let me see if we can find this. The book of Revelations. Actually, just give me a second. So, 2 computers. Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants or inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, so that is Revelations 12, verse 12. Now I want you to concentrate on a word here. I'm going to blow it up. I want you to see it perfectly. Right here. Diabolos. Okay? D-E-A, bolos. And we're going to break this keyword into syllables. Like when you were in school, you had to break words into syllables. And that's how the Bible works. It says, we know in part, we prophesy in part. Okay? Which means as well that we must, divide words sometimes. There are a lot of names and words that are just compound words. They're 2 words put together, sometimes 3 words. Could be more words. But anyway, so devil, okay? Diabolos. So we're going to move on. And that brings us to here. Right here, you see the word, keyword, D-E-A. Okay? So, here, and we're going to go to the book of, hope this one is up, 2 Thessalonians, and we're going to go to chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause God should send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Okay? So, this is cause. And for this cause. So DEA, okay? DEA. So we covered that portion of it, that DEA is in the Bible. Now, what is the DEA? This cause God shall send them strong delusion. So, DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, United States Special Agent. That's what DEA is. Now, DEA, right here, as you can see, this is the DEA. Devil cometh down with great wrath, because he knoweth he has but a short time. And this is the wrath of the devil, right here. Okay? You're seeing that the devil is right here, the DEA. All right? It's the United States, military. Okay? Now, moving along, Bolo. Remember? DEA Bolo. Diabolos. Now, this is what? Traditional Filipino weapon. See? So the white man had the guns. The Asians have these swords. They're coming at the black man. So on Luke, let's try Luke. See, we got Luke. Luke chapter 22, verse 36. Then said he unto them, But now he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise a scrip. And he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one. This was Jesus speaking to his disciples, because Jesus is pro-gun. Okay? He said, sell whatever you have to get a sword. Now, translated today, gun. Protect yourself, because the devil's coming at you. And the devil is not just the white man. And it's ironic and funny that even the Asians will look at a black person and say, yeah, the white man's the devil. Watch out for him. When in actuality, they're also the devil. Anyone who's not a Jew, black person, you are the children of the fallen angels. And that includes the Africans, because you're not black. Your skin color does not make you one of us. You're a Gentile nation. All right? So there you have the Diablos. So, again, Bolo. See? That name is associated with the Asians. Bolo Yang. Yeah? So right here, we're going to go into Lost Books of the Bible. Okay? And the Forgotten Books of Eden. So we're going to go there. More Gnostics. And here, we're going to go into verses, it's 10. We're going to start, see? So, Forgotten Books of Eden. Letter of Aristeas. Okay? So, this would be chapter 10, and this is the back half of the book. Okay, so we're going to start at verse 1, then jump to 15 through 17. So, on the seventh day, much more extensive preparations were made, and many others were present from the different cities, among them a large number of ambassadors. So, we're going to jump over here. We'll go to 15 through 17. Okay? So right here, verses 15 through 17. Okay? The king spoke enthusiastically to the man and asked another, how ought a man to occupy himself during his hours of relaxation and recreation? And he replied, to watch these plays which can be acted with propriety, and to set before one's eyes scenes taken from life and enacted with dignity and decency, is profitable and appropriate. Okay? For there is some edification to be found even in these amusements. For often some desirable lesson is taught by the most insignificant affairs of life. But by practicing the utmost propriety in all your actions, you have shown that you are a philosopher and you are honored by God on account of your virtue. Okay? So, in a nutshell, it's basically saying watch plays, television, because there's a lot of truth hidden within that amusement. Okay? So, that brings us here to Bruce Lee. And this is from the movie Enter the Dragon. See, this is associated with that Asian continent, the dragon. Okay? So don't just think the dragon is the white man. No. Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee. Now, once again, Enter the Dragon. Here we have Bruce Lee with Bolo Yang from Enter the Dragon. So, here we have the movie Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's a good movie. I enjoyed watching this movie. It was a good movie. Not my favorite Van Damme movie, but go check it out. So, Bloodsport. Okay? And then here we have Bolo Yang, who was also a cast member in the movie Bloodsport. Okay? So he played a villain. Van Damme played the hero. So we're going to go to the book of Proverbs. So in the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 23, it is a sport to a fool to do mischief, but a man of understanding hath wisdom. Okay? So here we have Red Dawn. Now notice, we're dealing with a lot of blood red here. War, Red Dawn. And of course, you see the planes and the chutes here, descending, to Earth. And then here you have Patrick Swayze, and C. Thomas Howell, Leah Thompson, yes, Charlie Sheen, Jennifer Grey. Another good movie. You should check this one out. Okay, if you haven't seen it already. And here we have, Redon or Red Dawn, the remake, because it was like a remake of the movie where it was the Asians invading America or North America. Okay, unlike the first one, I think it was the South Americans coming up across the border. Okay, now here you have, the Korean flag here. All right, but again, you see in the background, you see, the red sky. Now it's very important, that you keep this in your memory because I'm going somewhere with this, the red sky. So here we're going to go to the Old Testament Pseudepigrapha, Volume 1. Okay, and good book, great book. Get it if you can. But here we're going to go to verse 20. Okay, so yes, it's 15 a bit blurry, but it is 20 right here. Okay, then there will be bloody precipitation from heaven, but the entire world of innumerable men will kill each other in madness. In the Talmud, God will impose famines and pestilence and thunderbolts on men who adjudicate without justice. Okay? So, basically, to judge unrighteously. Okay? All right? So, but we're concentrating on here. There will be bloody precipitation from heaven. Okay? Now watch this. So we go here, right here, boom, look. Bible does not lie. Okay? This is the California fires of 2020. Yes, the year 2020. This is what happened in California. And this is, you can see people here, person here, person here. Apparently, this one's taking pictures of this. And that's what they wrote. Okay? That's what they wrote. And it's a telegraph. Okay? This is California. I'm not sure what the bridge is called, so I'm not going to, um, mess up this lesson by guessing. Here you have, some individuals looking very distraught, and you can see that this is during the COVID or coronavirus era because they're wearing their mask. See? Once again, look, blood red. Just like the Bible said. So for those of you who are saying that these books, these Gnostic books, they're not of God, well, it's because you just thought you knew the scriptures front and back, and it turns out you really don't. Again, UPS worker, and this is all like in the middle of, today, high noon, somewhere thereabouts between, 12, 1 o'clock. Sky turns blood red. Okay? And this is why. To destroy your planet. Okay? So it's not because of their redone. No, those movies were sending an indication to the world that we're going to, as a collective unit, meaning the global powers, have to fight an incoming force. All right? Because you notice they never really go to war with each other. They're just practicing. And this is what they're practicing for, the destroyer. Okay? So, in the book of Amos chapter 9, let's see if we can go there. Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. So this is their short time to destroy your planet. See the red dust, the red iron oxide? Iron means holy. I will do a show on this one day. But anyway, this is what they're up against. That's what the whole Red Dawn thing is about. It's not that they're fighting each other, because the Asians are actually, they're in brotherhood with, the Europeans, with America. It's been all a schematic that they've, um, come up against or come up with against the blacks. You notice that the government of North America is bringing every nationality over here and putting them above the Negro. They're bringing everybody here. Every nation on earth is here. Every race of person in some form or fashion has a representative, or their countrymen here. The Arabs, the East Indians, the Asians, all the different groups there. The Africans, okay? The Latinos, Latin Americans. Europeans are coming in. Somalians, you name it, they're all here. And they're all over the black man. Okay? So, when the Asians are crying racism, okay, no, what they're really doing is they're crying because they have a short time. The white man's been crying, but they're crying as well because they tried this trick, just like all the other groups, pointing the finger at the white man saying, no, he's the devil, when in actuality, all of them are the children of the fallen ones, the fallen angels. So anyway, this has been the First Estate with another lesson. Hoping that it's been edifying. I know it has been. And until next time.